I've taken this from the Microsoft Info page, the link of which is given here. You can use this to access that as well. So as you can see, we are looking at the visual for a particular company or an individual, and we want to score them based on different criteria like logistic, IT department, administration, what is their scores in these departments. And the black part of the image represents the actual score obtained, and the red one indicates the planned score obtained. So it's this visual is a great way to compare the actual versus the plans. When you want to compare in your organization an actual, say, revenue earned versus the what was the forecasted projections, it spider charts would be a good way to go about that. It's not free from issues. There are some issues as well, like the data transformations. So when you want to use the spider chart, it requires the data to be present in a certain way, and the challenge really occurs when you get the data in from, say, sources like Google Analytics or any other automatic sources. You really have to transform the data so that it's fit to be consumed by the spider chart. You'll see what I mean by that. So let's take a look at the example which I have created. So this scenario represents various companies in many countries, and we want to score and compare these companies based on different attributes. So as you can see, there are companies from A, B through Q. These are just examples, and they're based out of some countries as well. And for each company, we want to score them based on these attributes like marketing, financials, IT innovation, and brand equity. Similar attributes have been used for other companies as well. So as you can see, I've also assigned a random value to these attributes for each of the companies. So I've used a rand function. So each attribute has been valued and a target has also been set. Let us import the Excel in. Now I'll not transform the data since it's not required. This data is actually in the format and is ready to be consumed by spider chart in Power BI. However, we do not have the radar chart visual by default in our visualization, so we will add the visualization from the get more visual options. So here we have the app source. We can add any visual we want. We'll search for the radar chart, and as you can see, this one with the tick mark here is the one we'll be using. So this has successfully been imported. Just click on this visual. So this is the radar chart. I'll add another table as well, so it would be useful to see the interaction between the table and the radar chart. For the table, I'll add the values, brand, and the country. So if you can see in the Excel, we have the brand, country, and the attribute as the primary key for our data, and based on this primary key, we'll be having the values and the target values as well. So we have added the brand and the country, and based on that, we'll filter the spider chart, and in the spider chart we'll have 5 axes which will represent the attributes, these 5 attributes for each of the brands, and correspondingly we'll have the value in the chart. Let me make a couple of modifications here so that it's easier to read the data. Bar here, click on edit interactions and just enable the filtering on. So if you can see, when I select any country or a brand, the values in the visual changes, and since I also want the target value, I'll add the target value as well in the y-axis. And again, a couple of modifications. I'll just change the data colors. So for the target, I've selected it to be black. So now if you see, if I'm in a country, this represents the data in a much more intuitive way. So the blue one is the values. As you can see, for company K in Japan, marketing is quite high. Our target was 5 and it's performing really well in 10. But for financials, the target is more than the value, so it's not performing quite well there. So yeah, that's the concept of the spider chart in Power BI.